Felicia, we need to talk.
Oh, I do miss our little chats. But I've got to run.
She shorted out my web shooters with an EMP. Guess I'm doing this the old-fashioned way.
I suppose that's the problem with using a new gadget-centric suit. She can do that.
If Hammerhead's got your son, you can't do this alone.
Why not? I've done everything else alone.
I'm saying you don't have to. Why won't you trust me? We worked together before.
Answered your own question, didn't you?
Felicia, why didn't you come to me with this?
Because it's not your problem. It's mine, and I'll handle it.
Maybe I don't think it's a problem. Wait, unless you mean the gang war, because that's definitely a problem.
Let it go, Spider. I can take care of myself.
Huh? Web shooters are back online.
Alright, Felicia, let's do this.
I can help you stop Hammerhead.
How? No killing, no breaking the law? Your way won't get it done.
Felicia, about your son. I just need to know. Is he?
He's mine, and I'll take care of him.
Seems a bit weird to tell us that you have a son and then hint that it could be ours and then tell us we've got nothing to do with it.
Little spider.
I just want to talk.
Yikes!
Still with me?
I could go all night if that's what it takes.
Now you're getting my attention.
Man, it seems weird at one point we're talking about your son and now you're making sexual innuendos. Yeah, I know she's getting away. I got stuck behind some rubble. That was cutting it too close.
Guess I gotta play harder to get.
Need to get closer.
Last time, don't look for me.
Seriously, can't catch a beat on this one.
Hey!
Stop running.
Stop chasing me!
1 minute she's telling us not to chase her, and the next minute it's almost like she's actually leading us on, like as if she wants us to.
Why are you webbing me?
Because I'm trying to slow you down.
That's kind of the whole point of the webbing and the chasing. Don't normally run along subway cars for the fun of it.
Can't let her get away this time.
Little busy there, buddy.
A few more webs should do it.
Damn it, just when we think we've got her, she changes the direction. Come on, I've said it 1,000 times to the thugs and I'm saying it to you. Running away won't save you.
That did it. Now to get in close. Now can we talk like human beings?
This feels pretty human to me.
I know what's on those drives you're stealing.
Look at you, brawn and brains.
You can't give Hammerhead the last drive. Once he has what he wants, your son will just be a loose end. Let me help you.
What are you thinking?
Stall him. Give us some time to find your son.
I missed you. Glad we're back together again.
Not like that.
Shame. Okay. I can probably give us a couple days, max.
So, about your son, is there a chance I'm...
Later. For now, let's find him. When he's safe, we can talk about that. Keep in touch, Spider.
MJ's gonna kill me.
Well, whether we're the father or not, she's definitely dangling the fact that she has a kid in front of us to lead us on.
You get her this time?
Yeah, she's gonna stall Hammerhead while we all try to find her son.
Did she tell you if you're...
She didn't say.
Of course she didn't. Are you sure she's not just playing you?
I know her. She wouldn't be working for someone like Hammerhead unless she had to.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run that plate number you sent me. I'll let you know where it leads.
Whew, I'm running out of steam. Time for a pick-me-up.
Eddie's Pizza.
Eddie, it's Spider-Man.
Spidey, you sound hungry.
You know it. Can I get the usual? Extra pepperoni?
I'm on it. You want rooftop delivery?
Yes, please. Same rooftop as last time.
Give me a few. I'll let you know when it's ready.
While I'm waiting on Eddie, let me head out into the city and see what's what.
Oh, my main man, Eddie. And if there was ever a more important mission, it is pepperoni time. The most important mission there is. But when it comes to Black Cat and stuff like that, I think MJ's got the most accurate and most professional perspective on this. I think Hardy might be using the close bond Spider-Man has to the Black Cat to get him to do what she wants. I mean, she's already suckered us into getting her to release her costume when we tracked her down during the main game, and I think this might be more of the same. I mean, if it wasn't, why wouldn't she just come out and tell us whether the son was ours straight away? I think she's using that to lead us on. And I mean, some might look at it to say that MJ's jealous and that's why she doesn't like Black Cat, but I think honestly in this particular case, MJ's got the most objective view on the whole situation. I think she actually can see it for what it is.
Seems like one of those stolen paintings is around here. The loot must be in here.
Ah, look at that! That whole time we were getting poisoned by Matt Gargan, and little did we know that some of Walter Hardy's stolen paintings were right in front of us the whole time.
More art. This guy was prolific. Congratulations, Detective. You might be the winner of some of Walter Hardy's stolen loot.
Listen, no offense, but I've been looking into case files. Some witnesses say you and the new Black Cat were seen working together. What's up with that?
She said she wanted to go straight, and I believed her. I tried to train her, and she did a lot of good, for a while. Unfortunately, old habits die hard. I got a tip she was stealing from the crooks we took down. Went to her place and found the loot.
You knew where she lived? Was this professional, or was something else going on?
We're venturing into kind of personal territory here, Detective.
Fair enough. Just doing my job. Call me when you've got something else.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, he's going a bit personal, but then I suppose he is a detective. His whole job description is to try and dig and uncover what's going on, the facts behind the crimes and then what's going on. But seems like these other two paintings are going to take a little while to load for some reason that I have no explanation for. So since how we already are in Central Park, let's go down and complete Screwball's last challenge and hopefully put her behind bars while we're at it.
Hi, Miles. Just calling you back. What was it you wanted to ask before?
Hey, Peter. It was just... I mean, it's no big deal or anything. I know you're super busy. I was just wondering if there might be some time we could, you know, start training?
Training?
Yeah, maybe just the basic stuff, like swinging from a skyscraper. Or swinging from a low building. Or a tree.
Miles, you're 15. You need to focus on school. That's way more important than...
Yeah, but if I finish all my homework early and you've got some free time one day... I mean, you started when you were 15, right?
And I nearly got myself killed at least 100 different times. I can't let that happen to you.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Talk to you later.
Oh man, what am I gonna do with that kid?
Yeah, I suppose that's what every 15-year-old wants to hear. No, 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 you can't be Spider-Man. You have homework. Yeah, I see that working out exactly how exactly how he wants. But I suppose if he has the sensibility and the
All right, Spidey, your pie's ready.
Thanks, you're a lifesaver.
Nah, that's your job. But if you like it, can you give us a shout out on the social medias? Really helps the business.
Will do. Later, Eddie. I don't think I've ever been this hungry.
Yeah, but as I was saying, if he has the sensibility and the responsibility to actually do his homework before being Spider-Man, then maybe he just has what it takes. But, speaking of what it takes, we need some double pepperoni in our gut if we're going to go out on a complete fighting crime. So, Screwball, I'm going to take down your last challenge, and then it's pizza time. Oh yes, Spider-Man joke intended.
Hey, Webheads! Ready for a very special episode? Thanks to a little Trojan virus I slipped into your suit, you'll only be able to use 2 of your fancy little gadgets.
Guess I gotta play by her rules.
So for this challenge, we're only allowed to use our trip mine and our suspension matrix. I want to know how she got her hands on them to do that little demonstration there. Is that something we should worry about? Okay, so just the 2 gadgets. Let's do this. One gadget? I'm using both my gadgets right now. Up we go, up we go.
That was effective with a capital E. Don't forget about the photobomb targets. Yes, yes, yes.
Ooh, where is the photobomb? Right here. Stay on your feet. Just try and stay on the ground, I think, right now. Oh, look at these boys. Just come out at the perfect timing.
Don't miss it.
Looks like this photo bomb is stuck on the wall. This one might be a bit harder to do. Come over here. I need some people over here.
Look at that squirm. Check it out, folks.
Speaking of, actually, maybe if I stick
2.0.
some mines to the wall and then bump them up in front of it. There we go.
Screwball says gadgets only.
Yeah, what can I say? I couldn't resist myself. I see a Spider-Man punch, I just have to partake.
Oh, they look so cute when they're floating, don't they?
They also look just as enjoyable when they come crashing back down.
That's gonna leave a mark IRL, but it's racking up the likes.
As I said, staying on your feet isn't the problem. The higher they go, the harder they fall.
Is it sad that I find validation in acing a lunatic's challenge? Because I really do.
Impressive! We should go into business together. I'll give you 10% of the profits. Deal?
It just looks like I've shot my target with these 2 guys. Rightio, with that done and dusted, I think we have 2 more paintings that we can go get, but we'll, actually, I was going to say we'll go get those later, but Eddie's Pizza's all the way down there, so actually, let's come cover the last 2 of Walter Hardy's paintings, and then we'll go down, and it is pizza time. Oh, I do love pizza time.
Press, Spider-Man! My new show is a hit! Just wait till you see what I have planned for next season! Until then, you've been Screwball!
She is so annoying. IMHO.
Next season? Does that mean that, oh, she's going to be back for the next piece of DLC, isn't she? There go my hopes and dreams of thinking that we were going to take her down and put her behind bars right now. And as Spidey says, not only is she annoying, but when she started talking to me then, I lost the marker for the, for the painting. Which means we've just wasted time and our pizza is going cold. Goddamn Screwball, she wins again.
I think I'm close to one of those stolen This must be the place.
Bingo.
Officers are in pursuit of a vehicle with suspected mafia connections. Available up.
Got another one, Detective. Hardy had enough to set himself up for life. I almost feel sorry for him.
Probably for the best how it shook out.
A dead body? A little kid without a father? Trust me, that's never for the best.
It is when the Mafia's got a grudge. Hardy's death squared things. If he and his kid just disappeared, the mob never would have stopped gunning for him.
He could have turned state's evidence, gotten witness protection.
The Mafia's got a long reach. Some things you can't come back from. Hey, so according to my records, there's only one more painting missing.
I'll let you know when I find it. And away you go!
Yeah, sorry, Detective Mackey. I've kind of got more important things to deal with right now. I'm sure somebody of the law-abiding status as yourself will understand.
Gotta shut the...
Yikes! I hate these ones. I always drop them. God damn it!
More of them? Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be criminals.
Oh, your friend came to say hello. God, I'm just destroying these thugs.
That mob life. Fast cars, flying bullets, federal prison time.
Why is every time I come across these muggier thugs with their cars, I always end up sticking them to a bonnet on the door and then throwing them halfway across New York? Detective Mackey, when I've done collecting all these paintings, I might have to turn myself in. There's a crime spree and it's Spider-Man related. Look at that, Jameson was right all along. He is a menace!
Guess who's confirmed to be back in town? That feline felon, the Black Cat. Seems she let Spider-Man on a merry chase before getting away. Ever notice how that happens a lot with him and her? Funny how he can hold on to a dinosaur man or a human rhino with no problem, but a mere slip of a girl gives him so much trouble. Look, it's not that long ago when I was a young man myself, I get it. A nice set of gams, a shapely derriere, a few batted eyelashes, and a hormone-addled youth can easily get hornswoggled, which is exactly why Spider-Man has no business handling this. Leave it to the professionals. We have lady police officers now. Maybe this is a chance for them to prove they're as good as men, which I have no doubt about, but there are less forward-thinking people out there.
Man, the more of these podcasts that are getting released in this DLC, the more he's painting himself in a much worse light than he normally does. Jameson, it seems like he got a bit of a machoistic,
Report of a counterfeit bills transaction currently underway. Proceed to 6 bar. Over.
Seems like he's got a real misogynistic vibe going on there. I mean, come on now, Jameson, with the old brush top hairdo and the moustache, don't lead into the stereotype. Prove yourself to be the Cape Crusader that you believe you are. Oh, do you see how far I sent that guy flying?
Party and you didn't invite me?
Oh, that guy fell off the roof! I was just going to knock him off the roof myself, but it seems like he went and did my job for me and just fell off.
The mob and counterfeiting. Can't have one without the other.
See, this is why you shouldn't do your counterfeit bills on the roof if you're butterfingers like that, or butterfeet, I guess.
One of the stolen paintings should be around here somewhere.
It looks like it was down here before that crime took place. Bingo!
All units on alert. The car bomb has been detonated with more still active. Report.
Detective, looks like I found the last stash. Any other leads to track down?
No, that's the last piece of Hardy's legacy. I really can't thank you enough, Spider-Man.
Glad to help, Detective Mackey.
And hey, I think you're right about the new cat. Look out for her, okay? It'd mean a lot to me.
That was weird. What did he mean by that? Should call him back and ask him.
The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
And that's even weirder. Better stop by his precinct.
I gets the feeling we may have just had the wall pulled in front of our eyes. Either that or something bad's just happened to him, but what's the chances of us uncovering the last painting of Walter Hardy just for then something bad to happen to Detective Mackey? Unless he was under duress, unless Walter Hardy wasn't actually dead and he was making Detective Mackey make us find all the paintings for him. I mean, stranger things have happened. Hammerhead is taking Black Cat's son so Black Cat can steal all the paint or the drive so he can take down the crime families. I mean, there've been more tangled webs weaved in the past. There we go, that's what I was looking for.
All units, we have an active bomb threat on a VIP witness in a Magia investigation.
Oh, there was a crime around here, but as soon as it appeared, it disappeared. Maybe it was a hoax after all. Well, I was thinking that we could just fast travel over there, but as I say, there are still crimes that are taking place throughout the city, so... They might not be demon or escaped prisoners or Sable agents, but with this gang war heating up, we're trying to fuse, quite literally diffuse as many of these bombs and crimes that we can.
Attention units, an alarm was just triggered at a business in your district. Please converge on Tenderloin, over.
And speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Hammerhead's guys are roughing up that shopkeeper. What I needed today. Hey fellas, do you get special Magia discounts?
Just what you needed today? Well, I'm happy I can help. Anytime you want me to web you to the front of a shop, please don't hesitate to ask. There you are. Didn't think you were that far away.
Hammerhead's trying to bring back the good old days, which weren't good for anyone but him.
Or Jameson, apparently, because he seemed like he was really proud of the fact that he, quote-unquote, single-handedly took down the mobs himself. There's a lot of dons. Rightio, looks like we're at Detective Mackey's police station. Let's make sure he's okay.
Hey, I'm looking for Detective Mackey.
Mackey? Doesn't ring a bell.
Older guy with a mustache?
Either you got the wrong precinct, or someone played you.
Yeah, someone played me all right. Sergeant Mackey, or do you prefer Walter Hardy?
Hey, don't judge me. I did what I had to do.
Your daughter thinks you're dead, you know.
And let's keep her thinking that. For her sake. Deal?
Deal? You just conned me. Why should I do anything for you?
'Cause you're a decent guy. Take care of my little girl.
I'm so gullible. I need to learn how to be heartless and cynical like everyone else.
I suppose if you did, you would not be Spider-Man. But, yeah, before we go on and get this pizza, which, oh, my stomach is so ready for, obviously when I play this, I go along with the story, and because you guys know that I've played this game multiple times, so I already know what's going to happen and all that sort of stuff. But I play along with the story anyway. I roleplay as if I am Spider-Man, so I don't want to ruin everything for you guys who maybe don't know what's going to happen next. But when the first time I played this, the very second I first spoke to Detective Mackey, I knew immediately that he was Walter Hardy. It was just so obvious to me from the very get-go. And then, obviously, the way he was speaking about Felicia the whole way, it was just so obvious that he was Walter Hardy. From, like, the second I saw him standing in the police outfit, I thought to myself, oh, that's Felicia Hardy's dad. Just,
The internet's rife with footage of Spider-Man chasing the Black Cat across the rooftops. And apparently, there are hordes of young people cheering them on. They're called shippers. No, that has nothing to do with boats. It's short for relationship. As in, they really want Spider-Man and the Black Cat to be together romantically. Or they really don't. And they have quite intense arguments about it. Flame wars, I believe, is the term. You know, in my day, we didn't have time for flame wars about shipping. You know why? Because we had jobs. So here's J. Jonah Jameson's public service announcement to our youth. You're into shipping? Join the Navy!
Sounds like he's about to break out into song then. In the Navy. But yeah, to me it just seemed completely obvious that Detective Mackey was Walter Hardy. I mean, if you look at him, he even looks like the old guy from The Simpsons that was the cat burglar, the one that Grandpa Simpson catches. He's wearing sneakers for sneaking. It just seemed so obvious. The resemblance was just uncanny, but still, it's a nice little story. I like to see they're branching out and using some of Spider-Man's other foes and allies, and not just the most common ones, Green Goblin, etc. So I'm happy with it. It seemed really obvious to me.
I love you. But now, I must destroy you.
Hello?
Hey, I followed up on that license plate. It's registered to a storage company owned by one of Hammerhead's old friends. I'm there now.
Give me a few minutes. I'll be there as soon as I can.
In the meantime, I'll just take a quick look around.
If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.